Good morning, students. We have completed till modern periodic table. We have completed its drawbacks. The two drawbacks we have done. We have done the modern periodic table is divided into four main groups or main blocks, that is S, P, D and F. And we have discussed the general electronic configuration of the elements comprising in different blocks. Now we would be starting with IUPAC nomenclature of elements with Z. Z means atomic number greater than 100. Now we have learned, or we know, or we can remember up till 100 the different elements, or with atomic number of less than 100 we can remember, but with greater than 100 there is a criteria to name them. So what is the criteria? The names are derived directly from the atomic number using numerical roots from 0 and the numbers from 1 to 9 and adding the suffix em. We have given different names to the numbers from digits to 0 to 9, you can say. For example, 0 is given the name nil, 1 is given un, 2 is given bi, 3 is given tri, 4 is given quad, then 5 is given pent, then 6 is given hex, 7 sept, then 8 oct, and 9 n, E-double-N. These are the suffixes, short forms given to these digits, and we will add a suffix em with all of them. We will be doing an example. See, for example, if we take an element with atomic number 101. So 1 you know, again un, nil is 0, and then again un, then suffix you will be adding em to it. So un, nil, unium. Then again if we take 102, again you know 1 is un, then nil, then bi, then em. The thing to remember, no need to write double I. You can remove one I and you will write down un, nil, bium. Then for example 103 is there, you will write down un, nil, trium. So this is the criteria. Or in the last example 110, I will be giving you un, again un, because 1 is there, then nil, then em. So this is the criteria to name proper criteria given by IUPAC to name the elements having atomic number greater than 100. Now we would be starting with a new topic, that are periodic properties. The periodic properties, the properties which are directly or indirectly related to the electronic configuration and show gradual change when we move from left to right in a period or top to bottom in a group. This is, you can say, periodic properties. And many periodic properties you will be covering down, like for example atomic radius, the different radius, van der Waals radius, metallic radius, ionic radius, ionization enthalpy, electron affinity and electron negativity. So we would be starting with the radius, atomic radius. So first of all, you should know what are periodic properties. These are the properties which are directly or indirectly related to electronic configuration and show gradual change either when we are moving from left to right in a, you know, when we move from left to right we are moving in a period, and from top to bottom in a group. So that change, you can say, the change in while moving from left to right or top to bottom are called periodic properties. So first atomic periodic property we would be covering is the atomic radius. It is the distance. Obviously, if we are talking about the atomic radius, there would be atoms. So this is the distance from center of the nucleus to outermost shell of electron. Means if it is a nucleus and if our last electron is residing here, so this distance is the atomic radius. And you should know the covalent radius for an atom A, if we say, in a molecule A2 can be calculated, is given by, like for example, radius of A you should know. So you would be covering RA plus RA divided by 2 because it is A2 molecule over here, and then you know RA plus RA, you can say DAA by 2. The diameter, or you can say the radius of 2 or diameter of whole of the molecule of A2 divided by 2. For, see, this is the homoatomic molecule. If we take heteroatomic, AB, then is DAB, you can say, is RA plus RB plus 0.009 XA XB. So what are XA and XBs? These are electronegativities. Values of A and B. So this electronegativity value or electronegativity we would be covering here in the next topic. So now in general, if we say what is the change while moving from left to right or top to bottom, and if we generally talk about that, atomic size decreases on moving from left to right. You can say while moving in a period, it decreases and increases from top to bottom. This is a general expectation if we move from left to right or if we move from top to bottom. So why does it happen? Atomic size, why does atomic size decreasing or moving from left to right? Due to increase in effective nuclear charge. See, electron is being added to the same shell if we are moving from left to right. The same shell, one electron is added to the same shell, and if electron is being added, you know the nuclear charge, effective nuclear charge would also be increasing, and on moving from top to bottom, a new shell is being introduced, and if new shell is introduced, size would obviously be increased. So if we talk about atomic size, this is the general expectation. And now if we talk about van der Waals radius, what is van der Waals radius? It is 1/2 the distance between nuclei of two non-bonded isolated atoms or two adjacent atoms belonging to two neighboring molecules. Now what is Vitalik? This These are why they are different, because van der Waals radius usually comes there when there would be non-bonded atoms. Metallic radius would be there when there would be two metallic crystals. So it is also 1/2 the distance between centers of nuclei of two adjacent atoms in metallic crystal. Only change here is in metallic crystal, here in non-bonded isolated atoms. Now what is ionic radius? Obviously by the name you can say this is a radius belonging to some ions only. And when you should know what is a cation and what is a anion. Cation also, you know, when an atom loses an electron, there would be a positive charge over there, and so that is a cation. And if an electron is been added to an atom, there would be a negative charge and an ion would be formed. So an atom can be changed to a cation if an electron is being removed, and an ion by gaining of electron. So cation, you should know, a question also comes, cation is always smaller than parent atom. Why? Because electron is being removed, and when electron is being removed, the effective nuclear charge increases, and when it increases, the shell, the size decreases. So cation is always smaller than the parent atom. On the other hand, if you talk about anion, size of anion is always larger than parent atom, because during the formation effective nuclear charge decreases. Effective nuclear charge is decreasing. Why? When electron is being added, so effective nuclear charge over different electron is being decreased, and so the size increases.